And a good evening and welcome to Larks Park as we get set for Hayes Larks baseball as the Larks take on the Oklahoma City Indians in the middle game of this three-game Jayhawk League series. Larks took the opener last night 5-1, called in the seventh because of lightning. Tonight they go for the series victory here today and try to make it two in a row for the series, and two in a row after a two-game losing streak, their longest of the season. Starting lineups have been introduced to the crowd. Larks are in the outfield, getting set to go as we await the national anthem here. We're about ready for baseball between the Larks and Oklahoma City. So before we go any further, time now for our national anthem on a sunny evening here at Larks Park. And our national anthem, and we're ready for baseball. It's the Larks and the Indians tonight from Larks Park. Before we go any further, though, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Hayes Larks Baseball. Glad to have you aboard tonight. Certainly like to invite everybody, and glad to have you who are watching the video stream tonight off ECTV. Certainly glad to have you here for this one as the Larks get set to take on the Oklahoma City Indians as we have a youngster roll in the first pitch. Tonight's admission free, courtesy of Commerce Bank and Hayes, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, as well as the Platinum Group. And of course, all Larks games are free throughout the season, as they've been for quite some time, thanks to all of the buyout sponsors who make it all possible. Full slate of games around the Jayhawk League. Of course, everybody was off on Monday and then got back at it last night. El Dorado beat Derby 8-7. The Larks beat the Indians 5-1. Liberal rolled by Hayesville 21-6, and Dodge City beat Great Bend 13-1. So entering play tonight, Liberal at 6-3 and Dodge City at 5-2, virtually tied for the lead. Derby and the Larks are both one game back. Derby's 5-4, the Larks are 4-3. Then El Dorado and Hayesville both a game and a half back at 5-5. Great Bend 2 back at 4-5, and Oklahoma City in their first year 5 games back already. They are 1-8 and 0-6 on the road so far this season. As we said, this is game 2 of the series. This is the Larks' longest homestand of the year. They dropped 2 out of 3 to Liberal. They'll wrap up this series tomorrow night and then be back here for 3 with Hayesville over the weekend. Tell you about some of the activities coming up this weekend, but we are ready for baseball. The Larks and Oklahoma City. And we're certainly glad to have you aboard here on KYS. Alex Lopez will be the pitcher, and he'll face Jordan Stevens, the shortstop, as our first pitch is underway at 7:05, and it's lifted into short right. Coming in is Packard, and the right fielder is able to make the catch for out number 1. So one pitch, 1 out, and a pop-up to right field, and that'll bring up Sean Dixon. Alex Lopez, the right-hander out of Texas Wesleyan, Ovia, Texas, just wrapped up his career at Texas Wesleyan and back for his second summer with the Larks. And boy, he had a great season a year ago, and he's off to a tremendous start. First pitch is up to Dixon for ball one. Alex making start number 3. He has a 2-0 record, and he's not given up an earned run. Fastball chopped on the infield. Ochoa, the shortstop, charges, throws it high over the first baseman's glove, and safe at first will be Dixon on the throwing error. So Ochoa with his 5th error of the season, and that one just airmailed on him. The first baseman, Seltzer, tried to go up and grab it, and it went off the tip of his glove and rolled back against the railing. So Dixon reaching on the air. He's there with 1 out, and now Hunter Wiltshire, the designated hitter. Wiltshire not on the roster, playing in his first game as an Indian. Oklahoma City in gray pants and red, white, and blue jerseys. Kind of a cross between the Houston Astros, the old Astros, and the White Sox. More red than white and blue, but the horizontal stripes. There goes the runner. Pitch is high. Throw down to second. Is not in time. Goes off the leg of Dixon, who has his second stolen base. So a runner at second now with 1 out. The pitch was a ball, and it's 1-0 to Hunter Wiltshire. Dixon 2 for 2 in steals, and now he's in scoring position. This is a Oklahoma City team that has at times struggled to score runs. They got a chance to jump out here early in the first inning. Pitch from Lopez, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hunter Wiltshire. Alex, 12 innings of work, 9 hits, no runs. He struck out 9, and he's walked 2. He got the win Friday night against Liberal, went 7 innings, no runs, 5 hits, and now the catcher Gangwish is going to go out there, and Lopez going to make sure they're on the same wavelength right here. Went 7 innings in that game, struck out 7, walked 2, no hits, or 5 hits, but no runs. Through 90 pitches, went 5 innings in his debut at Great Bend. Larks won that one 2-0. So he has not given up a run. He hasn't had a lot of run support, only 3 so far through the first 2 games. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner, and now 1-2 to Hunter Wiltshire. His first at-bat as an Indian. He's back in the box, but crowding the plate, trying to give Oklahoma City the early lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Look back to second by Lopez. Brings home a fastball. It's lifted into right. Packard started in, now drifts back. He's under it. He'll make the catch, and tagging at second and moving to third is Dixon as the throw is cut off by the shortstop Ochoa. So Wiltshire out on the fly ball. He moves the runner to third, but now there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Nick Kolakachi. Kolakachi, the right fielder tonight. He's batting .318 on the season. Is Kolakachi up there from the right side. Kolakachi with 7 hits and 22 at-bats. He scored 6 runs, which is tied for the team lead. He takes a strike, 0-1. Kolakachi 0 for 2 with a walk last night. Scored the Indians' only run. He's hit safely in 5 of the first 8 games. Slider outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kolakachi. No score. We're in the top of the first inning. Dixon reaching on a throwing error from Larks shortstop Trey Ochoa. Stole second, now at third on a fly ball. There's a breaking ball, nicely thrown. Drops in there for a strike, and now it's 1-2 to Kolakachi. Alex Weiss at third. Trey Ochoa, the shortstop. Max Remy at second. Jake Seltzer, the first baseman. Mikey Gangwish catching for the Larks. Here's the 1-2 pitch, chopped to third, and it is a foul ball. So the count remains 1-2 to Kolakachi. Clayton Raspberry is out in left field. Trevor Boone in center, and Spencer Packard is in right field. 91 degrees at game time, and after a weekend and last night with winds howling in from right field, gusting over 30, there's a pitch high, and now it's an even count, 2-2 to Kolakachi. The wind virtually non-existent tonight. It's a bit stuffy with the lack of wind. Temperature still in the low 90s, but much, much better, more enjoyable certainly for the fans and for the players. And there's a called strike 3. Got him at the knees, and it's a quick first inning for Lopez as he works around the throwing air. We've played a half inning here at Larks Park. Oklahoma City nothing. The Larks coming up.
Patty truly cares about her clients. She helped me find a home that was perfect for my family.
She loves people, she loves her jobs, and she loves what she does, and she's going to please her clients and make sure that her clients are very, very happy.
Patty and her team worked hard for us.
They truly had our best interest at heart.
Experience, integrity, and commitment to your real estate needs are essential qualities when choosing a real estate professional. I put my heart and soul into every transaction. Choosing the right agent makes all the difference.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. No score as we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Larks will have Trey Ochoa, Clayton Raspberry, and Trevor Boone at the plate. Larks baseball brought to you in part tonight by Heartland Building Center. Price, quality, service, and all under one roof. That's Heartland Building Center in Hayes, Stockton, and Russell. Corbin Volman will make the start for Oklahoma City. Unfortunately, we're not given on their roster any information as far as hometown or where they went to college. Volman making start number 2, appearance number 4. He has not figured in a decision. In fact, he's only pitched so far officially in 1 inning. He's given up 4 hits and 8 runs with 5 walks and a strikeout. First 2 appearances, he never recorded it out, and the first pitch is high to Ochoa for ball 1. Back on June 4th, he pitched against Derby in a 21-3 loss. He gave up 6 runs on 1 hit, walking 4. Pitch fouled away. 1-1 to Ochoa. And then 5 nights later, June 9th, at home against Great Bend in an 11-8 loss, he gave up a couple of runs on 2 hits with a walk and did not record it out. There's a line drive left field. It's going to be tagged down by Sean Dixon. Boy, the left fielder made a great jump on that ball and reached up at the last moment to haul it in and rob Ochoa of extra bases. So Ochoa out on the line drive to left field. There's one away for Clayton Raspberry, the left fielder. Then Volman's last outing came in a 10-4 loss to Great Bend. That was on Sunday. Gave up no runs on a hit, struck out 1, did not walk anybody in 1 inning of work. So much better his last time out after really struggling in his first 2. He misses up and in to Raspberry. That's 1 ball and no strikes. Raspberry out of Stephen F. Austin. Rockwall, Texas, his hometown. One of 4 lefties in the Larks lineup tonight. This is a Larks team that has a lot of left-handed hitters. There's a ground ball sharply hit off the glove of the first baseman and into short right field. And at first base will be Clayton Raspberry. So Raspberry aboard. That's going to be ruled a hit. And the Larks have a runner on with 1 out, and that'll bring up Trevor Boone. Ball was hit hard right at the first baseman, but it kind of gobbled him up a little bit. The Larks have 1 on. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1 to Trevor Boone. Center fielder hitting .286 on the year. Boone 6 for 21, has a double and a home run. He's driven in 6. And he hits one high and deep to left field. If it stays fair, it's a home run, and it is a foul ball. Boy, that was crushed. Certainly had home run distance and more, but it's a foul ball. So 0-2 to Trevor Boone, who was 1 for 4 with an RBI last night. His catcher Cody Kuntz goes out to talk to Volman. Connor Crodel is at third. Jordan Stevens at short. Braden Cook at second. Tate Ellison at first. And Kuntz catching tonight. 1-2 to Boone. And an off-speed pitch called. Strike three. Boone goes down looking. And there's two away. Two gone now for the designated hitter, Colin Simpson. Simpson made his Larks debut last night. And the left-hander into that strong wind crushed one over the scoreboard in right field. Had it been tonight, the thing still may be going. So he made a pretty impressive debut, going 2 for 4. Pitches up and away. Ball one to Colin Simpson out of Oklahoma State. Edmond, Oklahoma native, playing in his second game as a Lark. And that was the go-ahead home run. Broke the 1-all tie. Larks would eventually get 3 in the 6th inning. And get that 5-1 rained shortened victory. Second offering misses, 2 balls, and no strikes to Simpson. And now 3 balls and no strikes. So dangerous hitter here. 1 on, 2 outs. Spencer Packard, who's also been hitting it well, waits on deck. There is ball 4. So after striking out Boone, Bowman comes back and on 4 pitches walks Colin Simpson. First and second, 2 outs now, and Spencer Packard the batter. He's the freshman from Arizona Western, Tucson native, 0 for 3 with a strikeout last night. 3 for 10 in the Liberal Series over the weekend. He has 8 hits and 27 at-bats for a .296 average. So another left-hander up there for the Larks. Got another visit between the catcher Kuntz and Corbin Bowman. Now we're ready to go. Bowman ready, brings it home, and it is a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to Packard. Packard has hit safely in 4 of his last 6. And has not driven in a run in the last 4 after driving in 6 in the first 4 games. So he's got a chance right here to give the Larks the lead. Off speed pitch, missing in tight. 1 ball, 1 strike to Packard. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, 6 RBIs. Oklahoma City got a runner to third in the top half of the first and couldn't score. Now pitch outside, 2-1 the count. Packard up there with that open stance from the left side. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it just misses away, and now it's 3-1. So Ochoa lined out to left to start the inning on a nice play by the left fielder, Sean Dixon. Clayton Raspberry smashed it off the glove of the first baseman, Ellison, for an infield single. Then Boone struck out looking, and Simpson walked on 4 pitches. Here's the 3-1. It's a strike. Packard was just about ready to head to first base, but home plate umpire Randy Jordan called it a strike, and now it's a full count, 3-2. Packard trying to come through with a big 2-out base hit. And now we'll look back to second, but no throw. Larks in their white jerseys and pants tonight, the sleeveless white jerseys with the red lettering, Larkson script across the front. There goes the runners. Pitch is grounded sharply to second, but right at Cook on the edge of the grass. He'll throw it over to first, and the inning comes to an end. Larks strand 2. We've played 1. No score between Hayes and Oklahoma City. It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Hays Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Bar and Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hays Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. No score as we move to the second inning here at Larks Park. Hays Larks baseball brought to you by Next Tech. Internet, TV, phone, wireless, and security. Next Tech, here for you. Each team had chances in that first inning to score. Oklahoma City got a error and had a runner all the way to third, but couldn't get him home. Larks had an infield single and a walk, but never advanced the runners past second base. Tate Ellison, Braden Cook, and Cody Kuntz. 5, 6, and 7 of the lineup facing Alex Lopez. And the first pitch called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Alex with a strikeout. Worked around a one-out error in the first inning. There's a swing and a foul ball just off the edge of the bat as it rolls back to the screen. 0-2 now to Tate Ellison. Ellison 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts last night. Only has hits in 2 of the 7 games he's played in. He did hit a 2-run homer against Great Bend on Sunday. And he takes a slider away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ellison, hitting an even 100 on the season. He's 2 for 20. Has scored a run, has had 1 home run and a couple of RBIs. And he takes away. And now the count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ellison has struck out 6 times. He has not walked this year. Has been hit by a pitch once, and a breaking ball misses, and now it's a full count, 3-2. Oklahoma City trying for their first road win. They're 0-6. Away from their home field at Oklahoma Wesleyan. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. Second of the game for Lopez. And there's 1 gone. In fact, it's back-to-back strikeouts for Alex. That'll bring up the second baseman, Braden Cook. Cook hitting .250 on the year, 4 for 16. Couple of RBIs. He's scored 4 times, has a double and a home run this year. To go along with 4 strikeouts and a walk. Fastball from Lopez, strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Last night, Cook did not play, but he does have hits in 3 of the last 4 games. That lone home run Sunday against Great Bend. He pulls 1 foul over by the Larks dugout. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes to Braden Cook. We're in the top of the second on a sweltering day. 91 degrees, but no wind. There's a slider missing away. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Braden Cook. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase one up and away. So back-to-back strikeouts here in the inning. 3 straight for Lopez. And now to bring up the catcher, Cody Kuntz. Kuntz hitting .065, 1 for 15. Has scored a couple of runs. He's driven in 4. And he hits one hard and deep to left field, and it is gone. It was a laser shot from Kuntz, his second home run of the year. And that's the first run given up this season by Alex Lopez, and Oklahoma City grabs a 1-0 lead. Home run number 2, RBI number 5 for Cody Kuntz. And that is the first home run the Larks have given up all summer. Well, that was a laser. Of course, not real deep down the lines. 322 in left, 319 in right. I'd have been out in Derby probably, maybe Hayesville, but a lot of the other ballparks, that's probably off the wall. But it's a home run here, and it's 1-0 Oklahoma City. Bartosovsky, the batter now, takes a ball, now a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bartosovsky hitting .417, 5 for 12, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Up there from that left side, and he hits one high in the air. Short center field, Boone charging. He's there to make the catch, and that'll do it for Oklahoma City. But the A's get a home run from Kuntz. A line drive over the left field wall, and they grab the lead. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Indians.
The Ducks are back. The second annual Hayes Duck Derby, presented by Eagle Communications and benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters, is Wednesday, August 2nd from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hayes Aquatic Park. Adopt a duck and you could win the grand prize, which is a car. Sponsored by James Motor Company, Hayes Chevrolet, Lewis Automotive Group, Auto World, Car Zone, Mid Kansas Auto Auction, and Happy's Autos. Visit hayesduckderby.net for more information. The Ducks are coming.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected. One to nothing, Oklahoma City on the home run from Cody Kuntz. Larks will have the bottom portion of the lineup. Alex Weiss, Micah Gangwish, and Max Remy, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, facing Corbin Volman, who struck out 1 and walked 1. Gave up an infield single. Was able to work around that and a walk. Alex Weiss up there. Alex will be a senior at Fort Hays State, the Wellington product. Of course, sat out this spring with the Tigers. He was diagnosed with cancer just before the start of the season, but back at it this summer, gearing up for his senior year with the Tigers, and he takes a pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Alex played in 16 games for the Larks last summer, hit .310, but so far it's been a bit of a struggle as the catcher Kuntz. This is the 3rd visit he's had out there with pitcher Corbin Bowman. So he's out of the mound chatting once again. One nothing Oklahoma City. Larks batting at the bottom of the second. Alex just 4 hits and 27 at-bats this year. Does have a couple of RBIs and a couple of runs scored. Still, I'd imagine trying to get back into the swing of things. He did take some BP. He was back with the team as the season went along this spring. Did not play. There's a pitch away for a ball. 2-0 now to Weiss. Last year, Weiss drove in 8 in 16 games. There's a 2-0, and he hits it on the nose, but right at the center fielder, Bartosovsky. So Alex Weiss right on that one, but straight away to the center fielder for out number 1. That'll bring up Micah Gangwish, the catcher. Gangwish will be a junior at Colorado School of Mines, the Albuquerque product. Up there from the left side. Mikey hitting .308 on the year, 4 for 13 after hitting .306 a year ago. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the second, 1-0 Oklahoma City. First pitch away for a ball, 1-0. Larks baseball brought to you in part tonight by Edward Jones of Hayes, Darrell Jeff and Linda Seibel, and M&D Incorporated. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball missing away, 2-0. So Volman has been working behind the Larks hitters. He walked Simpson on 4 pitches. And he's been behind 2-0 to both Weiss and Gangwish here to start the second. The fastball hit off the end of the bat towards center field. Charging is Bartosovsky. He dives and he can't make the catch. It'll be a base hit for Gangwish as he takes a wide turn but holds at first base. So he's able to get it just in front of the diving Bartosovsky. Hit it off the end of the bat into left center field. Bartosowski got a pretty good jump on it. He went into a full-out dive, but was unable to make the catch. He got his glove on it, but then as he hit the ground, the ball popped out. So the Larks have their second hit of the game. And a runner at first with one out for Max Remy. Remy up there from the right side out of Austin Peay, where he'll be a sophomore. He takes a ball 1-0. Reidsville, Pennsylvania, Remy's hometown. Hitting an even 300 on the year, 6 for 20. 1 RBI, couple of runs scored. Larks left 2 on in the first. Now they have a runner on with 1 out. And a pitch low and inside, 2-0 to Remy. Crowd slowly starting to filter in here tonight. Not very many at the start, but they're arriving here now by the second inning. Big swing and a miss by Remy in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Remy 2 for 2 with a walk last night after going 2 for 7 against Liberal over the weekend. He's hit safely in his last 4 and 5 of the last 6. And in the last 4 games, hitting an even 500, 6 for 12. Here's the 2-1, breaking ball away, and now it's a 3-ball and 1 strike count to Remy. Remy played in 43 games, made 21 starts at Austin Peay this spring. Hit .308, 28 for 91, 6 doubles, a triple, and a home run. And he lines one into left field. That's down and in there for a base hit. Gangwish will stop at second base. Larks have their second hit of the inning. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, first baseman Jace Seltzer. So just like they did in the first, the Larks have 2 on with 1 out. Actually had 2 on with 2 outs in the first inning. Now 2 on with 1 out, and Seltzer up there. Another lefty in that Larks lineup. There's a lot of them. In fact, Frank Leo joking, there's a called strike 0-1. That's the first batter this inning that Bowman has been ahead of. Maybe needing to find some right-handed bats to help even out this lineup. Just a lot of lefties, and they weren't necessarily looking for left-handers. It's a breaking ball that's pulled foul. And now 0-2 to Seltzer, hitting .143 on the year. 2 hits and 14 at-bats. Does have an RBI, 1 double, and 3 runs scored. So first and second, 1 away. There's the pitch, just missing outside. 1-2 to Seltzer. Just kind of happened that way in the recruiting process. Got a lot of lefties in the lineup. 5 of them tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Volman, grounded towards second. They're going to go to first. That's the only play they'll get. As Gangwish moves to third and Remy ahead to second. But now there's 2 away. Ball not hit real hard. So the only play for Cook was to get the runner. Ellis was to go to first and get the batter Seltzer. So now Trey Ochoa, the batter. Chance to give the Larks the lead. They're down 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Ochoa hit it hard, lining out to left field. His first time up, in fact, hit it on the nose, but Dixon made a great running catch. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, 0-1. Ochoa 7 for 22 now. He does have a couple of RBIs. Had a bases loaded 2-run single in the 6th inning last night. Made a 2-1 game 4-1. So he's got a chance here to possibly give the Larks the lead. Takes a ball 1-1. Gangwish at third, Remy at second. They're there with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Volman ready. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball stays up. And it's 2-1 to Ochoa with Raspberry waiting on deck. Larks trying to even their home record at 4-4. They're 3-4 at home so far this year. Here's the 2-1 offering, just outside. And now 3-1. A walk would load the bases. Three and one to count. Bowman ready. Here comes the pitch. Fastball low. Ball 4. His second walk of the game. And now the base is loaded for Raspberry. 1-0 Oklahoma City, but a golden opportunity for the Larks right here. Bases loaded. 2 away. Stephen F. Austin's Clayton Raspberry, the batter. 0 for 2 last night. Reached on an infield single here today. First pitch is low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 offering. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, you a station break. We'll get it here in just a moment. Here's the 1-1. It's down low and in the dirt. And now 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the second. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball missing low, 3-0. And right now the Larks really making Corbin Bowman work. He has walked 2. He has struck out 1. And for the most part, he's been working behind the hitters all night long. A walk here drives in a run. And there's a called strike. Raspberry is ready to toss the bat. You hear the crowd's reaction. He thought that was ball 4. Instead, it's called a strike, and now a full count, 3-2 to Raspberry. Looking for his second hit of the night. And the pitch, hit of the air, center field. Bartosovsky moving back. He's got room and tracks it down out in right center field. So the Larks load the bases, but unable to score. We're through 2 here at Larks Park. 1-0 Oklahoma City.
I'm DJ Dan. I'm the Corporate Production Director for the radio division for Eagle Communications. I'm also the Operations Manager for the Manhattan property. I take care of the day-to-day operations in the Manhattan property. I also take care of all my production, take care of any scheduling and any promotion or events. There's 2 things I really enjoy about my job. One is hearing our clients have success stories. The other is when I have a listener go absolutely ballistic because I've made their day. When I hear them and the excitement in their voice, that really keeps me coming back every day.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Yeah, the Larks leave the bases loaded, so we're through 2, and the Larks trail Oklahoma City 1-0. The only run on Cody Kuntz' home run. Solo shot with 2 outs. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters upcoming for Oklahoma City. But first 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks Baseball. Connor Croto will lead it off. Then it'll be the top of the order. Jordan Stevens and Sean Dixon facing Alex Lopez, who gave up his first run of the year on that home run. There's a sharply hit ball, but right at second baseman Max Remy. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the third for Oklahoma City. So the top of the order now, and Jordan Stevens, who popped up to right field his first time up for the first out of the game on the very first pitch of the ball game. Stevens now 1 for 3 in the series. Liberal and Hayesville were scoreless through 4. Actually, take that back. Liberal leads Hayesville 4-1. They're in the bottom of the third. There's a pitch popped up. That'll be out of play right side. Strike 1 to Stevens. Dodge City and Derby were scoreless through 4. There's a ground ball sharply hit to short. Ochoa has it. Throw to first in time, and now there's 2 away. So 2 ground ball outs, 1 to second, 1 to short, and now Sean Dixon reached on an air, throwing air from Ochoa in the first inning. Dodge City and Great Bend are scoreless. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs from Lopez for ball 1. As Alex had that great season for the Larks a year ago. Named second team All Jayhawk League. 8-1 with a couple of saves. Ground ball just fouled a third. 1-1 to Dixon. Had a 3.52 ERA, 13 appearances, 10 starts a year ago. He allowed 16 of his 22 runs in the last 4 starts, so he was really pitching well, and then he misses upstairs with a breaking ball, 2-1. Ran into a little bit of trouble down the stretch. 33 of the 49 hits he gave up were in those final 4 starts, including one in the NBC World Series Championship game. Swing and a miss, and now it's 2-2 to Dixon. He figured in the decision in all but 2 appearances last year, and he's gotten the wins in his first 2 outings this year. And this is low with a breaking ball. Now it's a full count, 3-2 to Dixon. First or second full count that Lopez has worked himself into tonight. Fastball, check swing, and it's a foul ball off the bat of Dixon. He was really tied up on that one and lucky to foul it away. Lopez had wins in 8 of his 10 starts, and saves in 2 of his 3 relief appearances, and now he walks Dixon. So a 2-out walk. First of the night for Lopez, and now Hunter Wiltshire the batter. Wiltshire out on a fly ball to right field, his first time up. The 8 wins last year for Alex, tied for the 7th most in a single season in Larks history. Throws the first runner back. Dixon stole a base last time. He is 2 for 2 on the year, leading this. Actually now tied with Kolachecki, who's waiting in the on-deck circle. Another throw to first, and again, Dixon is back. One nothing Indians. We're in the top of the third. Lopez again throws it over to first, a little bit closer this time, but back safely is Sean Dixon. Patrick Cooper in 08, Aaron Bright in 05, and Jeff Hutzler in 96 all picked up 8 wins. A snap throw to first, and they nearly got him. Good move by the catcher, Gangwish. But Dixon just able to slide in under it. 1 ball, no strikes to Hunter Wiltshire. 1 on, 2 outs. We're in the top of the third. 1-0 Oklahoma City. Fastball fouled back to the screen. 1-1. Nick Kolachecki waits on deck. Oklahoma City's lone run in the second. A 2-out solo home run from Cody Kuntz. Lopez from the stretch. A glance to first. Here's the pitch. Fastball gets away from Gangwish, but bounces in front of him, so the runner can't advance. And it's 2-1. Lopez threw a complete game shutout last year. It came against Derby in game 1 of a doubleheader. That was the first for the Larks since 2012 when Shane Lewick did at the NBC World Series. So he did some special things. Now a breaking ball gets away from Gangwish, and Dixon's going to move up to second base. If that crossed him up, but it bounced in there. So it'll be a wild pitch. And now into scoring position for the second time tonight is Oklahoma City's Sean Dixon. And the count, 3 balls and 1 strike to Wilcher. So Lopez laboring a little bit here in the third inning. There's a fastball, and he misses ball 4. So 2 walks tonight, both in this inning. And Oklahoma City has runners at first and second with 2 outs. Nick Kolakechi will be the batter. Struck out looking for the final out of the first inning. Lopez a look to second. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Nick Kolakechi 0 for 3 in the series now with a walk and a strikeout and a run scored. He's hit safely in 5 of the last 8. He's also drawn a team-high 7 walks. Fastball called, strike of the knees. And it's 0-2, and I don't think Kolakechi liked that call. Asked the home plate umpire, Randy Jordan, exactly where that one was located. Oh, and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. It bounces. Throw down to first. The third is not in time. Weiss knocked it down. It came in on a bounce. That'll be a stolen base for Dixon and for Wilcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a base hit here could not only score 1, it might drive in 2. 1-2 to Kolakechi. Right-handed batter. An upright batting stance. Here's the 1-2 from Lopez. It bounces in again, 2-2. And boy, Alex, other than the home run, really working efficiently tonight. In fact, retired the first 2 batters in the inning. But back-to-back walks to Dixon and Wilcher, and now second and third with 2 outs and a 1-0 Oklahoma City lead. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Lopez. Strike 3 called. He got on the inside corner. Kolakechi can't believe it as he's down looking for the 3rd out for the second time tonight. Oklahoma City threatens, but they strand 2 in scoring position. We go the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Indians.
You know the feeling, having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more, free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
One to nothing in favor of the Oklahoma City Indians as the Larks bat in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Trevor Boone, Colin Simpson, and Spencer Packard. Larks left the bases loaded in the 2nd inning. They've stranded 5 so far through the first 2 frames. Corbin Volman's already thrown 44 pitches through 2 innings. See what happens here as the Larks bat for the 3rd time. Trevor Boone struck out looking his first time up, 0 for 1 tonight. And the first pitch is a fastball, a little bit low, ball 1. Nothing Oklahoma City. Second offering, hit high to the air, pop up on the infield. Called for by the first baseman, Ellison, and he'll make the catch behind the mound. As the shortstop Stevens tried to slide under in case he missed it, and there's one away. So Boone's 0 for 2. Now to bring up Colin Simpson. Simpson drew a walk. His first time up after going 2 for 4 last night. Larks baseball brought to you in part tonight by Karst Waterwell Service, the Meccan Stock Group, and Agent Keith Harper, and Western Beverage. First offering to Colin Simpson. Fastball at the knees. He has to back away from it for ball 1. Larks baseball also brought to you by USAFE Pharmacy, your contract provider in Hayes for durable medical equipment and supplies. The Blue Cross and Blue Shield, catheters, diabetic and ostomy supplies, and more. Don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with USAFE Pharmacy, 2505 Canterbury in Hayes. There's ball 2. 2-0 to Colin Simpson. Be a junior at Oklahoma State. Honorable mention all Big 12 this spring. Played in 53 games, making 46 starts. Here's the 2-0, and he hits it into right field. That'll be a base hit. Solid single for Simpson, who has his 3rd hit as a Lark. Larks have their 4th hit of the ball game. And now Spencer Packard is the batter. Spencer 0 for 3 last night, now 0 for 4 in the series after grounding out to second base his first time up. Well, nice crowd here tonight. Another warm day, but the wind not nearly as strong, so a little bit more enjoyable. So Packard up there now with a runner at first. Pitch in low for a ball, 1-0. Packard out of Arizona Western, a Tucson native. Hit home runs in back-to-back games against Great Bend and Dodge City a couple of weeks ago. Those back-to-back games were 4 days apart because of rainouts. Had a hard time playing. There's a shot off the end of the bat to second. They'll go to shortstop for 1, throw to first. It's a double play. So Oklahoma City turns the double play 4-6-3, and that'll do it for the Larks as Bowman faces the minimum in the 3rd. We're through 3, 1-0 in favor of the Indians.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. State Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
1-0 Oklahoma City as they bat in the top of the 4th inning. Larks baseball brought to you tonight by Next Tech Wireless, Aflac agents Sean Schwartz and Toby Jugs. Oklahoma City's lone run, a solo homer with 2 outs from Cody Kuntz in the 2nd inning. It's the only run allowed all season by Alex Lopez, who's trying to move to 3-0, but they're now down 1-0 as he faces Ellison, Cook, and Kuntz, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Ellison, one of the 4 strikeout victims tonight of Lopez, and the first pitch missing for ball 1. Ellison struck out to lead off that 2nd inning. There's a pop foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tate Ellison. 0 for 3 last night, 0 for 4 for the series. He's now 2 for 21 on the year. Swings right through a fastball, and he's behind 0-2. 91 degrees at the start of this one tonight. A little bit of breeze now blowing out towards center. Flags were limp to start the game. Here's the 1-2 offering. Got him with an off-speed pitch, and it's a strikeout, number 5 for Alex Lopez. And there's one away here in the 4th inning. back-to-back strikeouts for Alex. But now Braden Cook, the batter, he also struck out. Lopez struck out Ellison and Cook in the second, then gave up the home run to Kuntz. Right now, that's the ball game. Braden Cook up there from the right side. He takes a strike, 0-1. Cook 0 for 1 tonight. Did not play last night, but he's hit safely in 3 of the last 4. Swings and comes up empty at a breaking ball, 0-2. Cook now 4 for 17 on the year. He has struck out 5 times this summer. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and he swings and misses at a fastball. That's 6 strikeouts now, and 3 in a row for Alex Lopez. So 2 gone now, and here's Cody Kuntz, who after Ellison and Cook struck out in the second in a line drive home run over the left field wall. And a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. That is 7 straight strikes thrown by Alex Lopez here this inning. He threw 20 pitches in the third. He had 27 combined in the first 2. 0-1 pitch, a little bit high this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex struck out 7, which tied a career high for him. He struck out 7 last year against Hayesville. Now it's 2 balls and a strike. And then he struck out 7 against Liberal. There's a line drive just beyond the glove of the shortstop Ochoa and in the left center field. So it'll be a 2-out single for Kuntz, who's 2 for 2 tonight. Just got it beyond the glove of Ochoa. So there's 1 on now with 2 outs. And Austin Bartosovsky will be the batter. He flied to center his last time up, 0 for 1. Shows bunt, pulls the bat. It's a strike anyways. It catches the outside corner, 0-1. Bartosovsky did not hit last night. He made a relief appearance out of the bullpen. He had a 3-game hit streak snapped Sunday against Great Bend. Takes a strike on the outside corner, and he's behind 0-2. This Oklahoma City team started their season 0-6, and now 1-8. There's a swing and a miss. So Lopez strikes out the side and works around the 2-out single. We go to the bottom of the 4th here at Larks Park, still 1-0 in favor of the Indians.
The whole entire process of selling our home and buying a home, the communication between us and her was tremendous.
She's able to find the people who are interested in that exact home that's on the market.
Patty is energetic, honest, and truly cares about her clients.
They truly had our best interest at heart.
I am a native of Ellis County, and I have over 30 years in the real estate profession. My goal is to make your experience personal and first class. Call me for all of your real estate needs.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
One to nothing, Oklahoma City as the Larks bat in the bottom of the 4th. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Tri-Central Office Supply and Arc of the Central Plains Thrift Shop. Corbin Volman labored through 44 pitches through the first 2 innings, but only needed 7 thanks to a double play ball to get out of the 3rd. Now he'll face Alex Weiss, Mikey Gangwish, and Max Remy, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Larks here in the 4th inning. Larks have had their chances. They stranded 5, left 2 on in the 1st inning, and left the bases loaded in the 2nd. Had 2 on with 2 outs in the 1st, but Packard grounded out and then had 2 on with 1 out, and the bases loaded with 2 outs, and couldn't do anything with it in the third. So Alex Weiss, who hit it hard but lined to center, takes a breaking ball that's up 1-0. Much of this Oklahoma City team, 0-6 on the road, their first year in the Jayhawk League. Started 0-6 before beating Great Bend on Saturday, 12-8. There's a fastball that Weiss pops out of play right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've allowed 10 or more runs in 6 of their 9 games this season. The 5 that they gave up last night tied for the fewest. Also gave up 5 in a loss to Derby earlier this year, 6-5. Or 5-4 that game. Here's the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. Weiss takes, misses low, 2-1. Alex 0 for 1 tonight, looking for his 5th hit of the summer, 4 for 28. Here's the 2-1, way upstairs, 3-1. Volman has walked 2. He has struck out 1. He had walked 5 and struck out only 1 coming into tonight's game, which is his 4th appearance in his 2nd start. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit hard to center field once again. Bartosowski back, and he won't get this one. Over his head and up against the wall. Alex Weiss around second. Now will put the brakes on with a leadoff double. Alex Weiss with his first extra base hit of the summer, and he's at second base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So a leadoff double to center field for Alex Weiss, and boy, he hit that one on the nose. Bartosowski unable to run it down. It went over his glove, and here comes a visit to the mound for Oklahoma City. So the Larks have their first extra base hit of the night. In fact, the first extra base hit for either team. And the tying run at second here with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. One nothing in favor of Oklahoma City, but the Larks, as they have all night, threatening. Dodge City and Great Bend are scoreless. That is in the top of the 6th inning. As we check the Jayhawk League scoreboard. So here comes Mikey Gangwish to the plate. He singled to center field his first time up. Takes a big hack at a breaking ball and misses for strike 1. Pitch is pulled foul through the hands of first base coach Aaron Cornell. 0-2 to Gangwish. Aaron not happy with himself for not fielding that. Liberal leads Hayesville 5-1. That's in the bottom of the 4th. The BJs all of a sudden on a roll. They've won 3 in a row. Looking for number 4 tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now breaks contact. 0-2 to Gangwish. Leadoff double by Weiss. He's at second base. Represents the tying run for the Larks. It's the 10th double this year. They have 10. Their opponents have 9. Pitch bounces in, gets away from the catcher, and moving over to third will be Alex Weiss on the wild pitch. So now the tying run just 90 feet away, and a fly ball could tie this one up. One ball, 2 strikes. The count to Mikey Gangwish. 5 hits in 14 at-bats this summer. Trying to tie this one up. Bowman looks in for a long time now. Time called. Some shadows now starting to creep in. The dugout up along that first base line from Oklahoma City's side of the field. Here's the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, fouled it away. It stays 1-2. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Glad to have you aboard tonight, either on KAYS Radio or our video stream on HaysPost.com. Glad to have you aboard for Larks baseball. 1-2 the count. Breaking ball, strike three called. Second strikeout of the game for Volman, and now there's one gone. Both of them have been looking. And that'll bring up Max Remy, who singled to left his first time up, 1-for-1 tonight. Larks got him loaded in the second, but didn't score after Remy's base hit. So Remy now 7-for-21. Alex Weiss at third with one out. Pitch to Remy is upstairs for ball one. Weiss with a leadoff double to center. Moved to third on a wild pitch. Here's the 1-0. And it's hit hard down the left field line, but pulled foul over beyond the Larks bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Remy. One and one the count. Right-hander Volman now breaks contact. A lot of visits between Kuntz, the catcher, and Volman, the pitcher. But he had a very efficient third, helped out by a double play ball, only needed 7 pitches. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One nothing Indians, but the Larks trying to tie it. They've got Alex Weiss at third with 1 out. Outfield shaded slightly toward left. 1-2 to Remy, and it bounces in front of the plate, bounces off the chest protector of Kuntz, and it rolls down the third base line, so Alex not able to advance. And the count evens now 2-2 to Max Remy. Oklahoma City scored their lone run in the second. Larks trying to get it tied here in the bottom of the fourth. Volman a long look into his catcher Kuntz, still looking in. Now he's ready to go. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, it bounces it again, 3-2. Both teams have blue caps with red bill. Actually, the Larks, it's the old look the Larks had, the blue cap with red bill. Of course, now red with a blue bill. Both have the red, white, and blue colors. Very patriotic here tonight. 3-2 the count to Remy. Under at third, 1 away. The pitch from Volmer outside, ball 4. That's his third walk. And it's now runners at the corners with 1 away. I'll bring up Jake Seltzer, the number 9 hitter, and they now begin to warm up in the Oklahoma City bullpen. So Jake Seltzer up there now, the sophomore from Colorado School of Mines by way of San Antonio, Texas. Hit .317 for the Ore Diggers with 6 homers and 34 driven in. 0 for 1 tonight. 2 for 15 this summer. Did not play last night after going 1 for 8, and that hit was a double in the 3 games against Liberal. He lines one into right field. That is down and rolling all the way to the wall. Weiss will score. Here comes Remy to third. They're going to put the brakes on there. It's an RBI double for Jake Seltzer. And the Larks have tied it at 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. RBI number 2 on the second double of the year for Seltzer. It's also the second double of the inning for the Larks. So after stranding 5 in the first 3 innings, the Larks come through with a big 1-out base hit. They've tied it to 1, and now a chance to take the lead as Trey Ochoa comes to bat. He's 0 for 1, walked his last time up, lined out to left in the first inning. Pitch is a breaking ball, little high fly ball in the left. It's going to be run down by Dixon. They're going to try to score the runner, and they will as the throw comes into second base. So Ochoa comes through with a sacrifice fly. And the Larks have grabbed the lead. It's 2-1. RBI number 3 for Ochoa. Didn't hit it that hard and thought for a moment that it might drop in, but the left fielder, Dixon, with tremendous speed, was able to track that one down. But 2-1 Larks, runner at second with 2 away now for Clayton Raspberry. And he takes ball 1-0. Raspberry 1 for 2, an infield single his first time up. Out on a fly ball to center in his last at bat. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Raspberry, .450 average coming into the game tonight. Now has 10 hits and 20 at bats. So he's raised it up to 500. 1-1 the count. Volman from the stretch, looks to second, brings home a breaking ball. It's going to miss away. The count goes to 2-1. 2-1 Larks. They've out-hit the Indians 6-2. Larks had the only error of the ball game, but did not prove to do any damage in that first inning. There's the 2-1. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. Count now evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the number 2 hitter, Clayton Raspberry. Stephen F. Austin, he'll be a sophomore, redshirted 2 years ago. Went 2 for 22, playing in 15 games, making 4 starts this past spring. Has a couple of multi-hit games this year, trying to make it 3 as he draws a ball. And now the count full, 3-2. This is the 3rd time in this inning that Volman has gone full to a Larks hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Breaking ball high, ball 4. That's 4 walks now for Volman. 2 this inning. Trevor Boone, the batter now. Trevor 0 for 2, is struck out looking in the first. And he popped up to the first baseman just beyond the mound his last time up. There's the pitch. Another big breaking ball, and it's a little bit high, 1-0. Boone 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for 6 in the series. Did drive in a run last night. And he takes low, and a good job by the catcher, Kuntz, to keep that one in front of him and hold Selzer at second base. Larks have scored 2. They've got runners at first and second with 2 outs, leading 2-1. There's the pitch, and it's hit a ton but pulled foul. That had home run distance and more. Goes over to those soccer fields beyond left field, but pulled well foul and never had a chance to be fair. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch, and it's pulled foul again, this time beyond the Larks bullpen. And now a 2-2 count to Trevor Boone. So he's getting some good hacks in right here, but he's pulled the last 2 foul. 2-1 Larks. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th to take the lead. They've out-hit Oklahoma City 6-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball just got a piece of that one there to stay alive at 2-2. Volman looks in. He's taking his time. Now he's ready to go. 2-2 the count. Brings home the pitch. big breaking ball stays high. And now a full count again, 3-2. Fourth time this inning that Volman has gone to a full count against a Lark hitter. Had a full count to Weiss. Actually, it was a 3-1 count. And he went full to Remy, who walked. Went full to Raspberry, who walked. And now a full count to Boone. There goes the runners. It's ball 4. What a good job by the catcher, Kuntz, to go up and get it. That saved a run, and that may do it for Volmer. So he walks 3 in the inning, now 5 in the ball game. And for the second time tonight, the Larks have the bases loaded. So it looks like that is going to do it for Corbin Volman. We're going to have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Larks have a 2-1 lead. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds for the pitching change. I'll tell you about the new hurler for Oklahoma City when we come back. You're listening to Hayes Larks Baseball.
You know the feeling, having boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. State Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Sam Malone will be the new pitcher for Oklahoma City. He'll replace Corbin Volman, and he'll inherit the bases loaded. With 2 outs here in the 4th inning, the Larks have already scored 2. So Volman goes 3 2/3, gives up so far 2 runs on 6 hits. He walked 5 and he struck out 2. Throwing 81 pitches, in fact 30 pitches alone here in this 4th inning. So Malo is the new pitcher for Oklahoma City. He's a right-hander. Malo making his 5th relief appearance. A 1-0 record, an ERA over 15, 9 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 18 runs, which is tied for the most on this Indian squad. 16 earned runs, which is the most. He's walked 11, and he has struck out 9. He's going to face Colin Simpson, the 8th Lark to bat of the inning. 2 runs have scored. Larks have him loaded with 2 outs, leading 2-1. Simpson singled his last time up, walked in the first. So 1 for 1 tonight. 3 hits in his first 2 games of the year. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter. A low batting, or now breaks away. Volman is probably about 6'2", 6'3". Now Malo comes in there about 5'9" or 5'10", so not nearly as intimidating on the mound as the Indian starter. Slow delivery, brings it home and misses for ball 1. He starts to come home, just kind of holds the ball back before bringing it forward on the delivery. Kind of an unorthodox motion home. And he misses ball 1 to Colin Simpson. Boy, a base hit here, and the Larks chance to put some hurt on this Indian squad. There's a ball 2 high, 2-0. Malo last pitched on Saturday in a 12-10 win over Great Bend. Picked up the win, going 3 1/3, gave up 4 runs. 4 earned runs, 6 total on 4 hits, couple of walks, and 1 strikeout. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball. 2-1 now to Simpson. 2/3 of an inning and an 11-8 loss to Great Bend on the 9th last Friday. Also pitched in 2 of the 3 games at Hayesville and also at Derby. Pitched an inning of relief in that one. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit high to the air to center field. Bartosovsky moving back with room. He camps under it. He'll make the catch. And for the second time tonight, the Larks leave the bases loaded, but they do score 2. We're through 4, and the Larks have a 2-1 lead.
Psst, you're not dreaming. Your favorite Food Network shows are now live streaming.
Can I watch them here?
Yes, my dear, with a simple tap on the Watch Food Network app.
Snap. Can I watch my favorite show?
You can watch your favorite show live streaming on the go.
Whoa.
Can we watch it while we're baking?
On all your devices, whatever you're making, download the Watch Food Network app today.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Two to 1, the Larks have the lead as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters facing Alex Lopez, who so far has only given up the home run to Cody Kuntz, a 2-out solo shot in the second. He has struck out 7, which ties his career high, and he's only walked 2. So Connor Krudel will lead it off. He grounded out to second his first time up 0 for 1. Larks on top, 2 to 1. First pitch from Lopez, breaking ball away, 1-0. Krudel, 0.77 average coming into the game, swings and misses, and now he's in a 1-1 count. Krudel 0 for 4 in the series. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss. And now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lopez, other than the third when he labored a little bit, walked back-to-back batters with 2 outs, but got a strikeout to keep it at a 1-run game. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a fly ball to right, but it's out of play. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oklahoma City got 1 in the second. The Larks with 2 in the fourth, but left the bases loaded. Could have been a lot worse. Here's the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, hit in the air toward right center field, and it's going to drop in front of the center fielder, Boone. He quickly gets it and fires it into second, holding Krudel to a single. So a leadoff single, and first time tonight that the Indians have had their leadoff batter aboard. Out of the top of the order, and Jordan Stevens. Larks lead it 2 to 1. Indians batting here in the top of the 5th. Pitch from Lopez. Fastball on the inside half. Strike 1 called. Stevens 0 for 2. He popped up to short right field and then grounded out to short. He's now 1 for 4 here in this series. Throw to first, runner back. Krudel has not stolen a base nor attempted a steal this season. 0-1 the count. There's the pitch. Breaking ball missing away. 1 ball, 1 strike. These two teams wrap up the series tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Free admission courtesy of the Glassman Corporation and Cedar Lodge Dental Group. And the Larks will play the final 3 games of their season-long 9-game homestand this weekend as Hayesville comes to town. There's a pitch down low Stevens started the go but pulled the bat back, and now it's 2-1. Friday night, first responders night, all area police, fire, and EMTs. All first responders invited to the game. They'll be recognized. Always a fun night. Get all the first responders out. And then Saturday, McKids Day. It's always a fun day as well. 2-1 pitch, now a throw to first and a runner back. Friday's buyout sponsors, Golden Bell Bank, Western Beverage, and the First Care Clinic. Saturday, it's McDonald's, Girl Scouts of Kansas Heartland, and Hess Services. And then we'll be back on the air Sunday night in the series finale with the Aviators. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike as it catches the outside corner, 2-2. Sunday's buyout sponsor, Invenergy LLC and AXA Distributors. Speaking of Hayesville, they're down 5-1 to Liberal in the top of the fifth inning tonight in Hayesville. Liberal playing well, looking for their fourth straight victory. Fastball from Lopez, a little bit low, and now a full count, 3-2. Alex needs to get through this fifth inning to qualify for his third win of the season and his 11th as a Lark after going 8-1 a year ago. 3-2 the count. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch, another fastball, and he misses low and away. That's his third walk, and now first and second, and nobody out for the Indians. Nobody warming up in the Larks bullpen as of yet, and now Sean Dixon will be the batter. Dixon reached on an error and a walk, so officially 0 for 1, but he's been aboard twice. Also stole his second base back in the first inning. 2-1 Larks, but Oklahoma City has the tying run in scoring position. Fastball inside, 1-0. It looks like they're going to start to head down to the bullpen. Saw pitching coach Keith Harper motioning in the dugout. Pitch fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dixon. Larks on top, 2-1, but Oklahoma City threatening. Larks have stranded 8. Left the bases loaded twice in the second and then again in the fourth. Looks like it will be Hassler going down to warm up for the Larks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, Nubber back to the mound, and the throw to third is not in time. It got away from Weiss. He had it, and then the ball got out of his glove, and everybody's safe. It'll be a fielder's choice for Dixon. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Hunter Wiltshire will be the batter. So a little Nubber off the end of the bat, hit back to the pitcher. Lopez decided to try to get the force out at third and slipped out of the glove of Weiss. It would have been a close play either way. So now they're loaded for Wiltshire, who has flied out to right and walked. Breaking ball, fouls it away, strike 1. Lopez from the stretch. Fastball missing low and away, 1-1. Just now getting down to the bullpen there. Hassler is down there but waiting for his catcher, so Louisiana Tech junior Kent Hassler starting to quickly warm up for the Larks. Lopez delivers, breaking ball grounded to the shortstop. Throw to first on a bounce is not in time. It'll be an infield single. That'll drive in a run, and the game is tied at 2. Late call from first place umpire Nate Garrison. When he finally did signal, He signaled safe, so it's an infield single. Bases still loaded. Nobody out, and Nick Kolakechi will be the batter. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Went down looking each time. It ended the first and the third. Now he's got a chance to give Oklahoma City the lead back. We're tied at 2, and there's a fly ball headed toward the gap in right center field, and that is going to be off the base of the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs will score. 3 will score. He's going to try for a triple, and he's in there safely. A bases-loaded triple for Nick Kolakechi, and Oklahoma City has a 5-2 lead. Kolakechi now with 6 RBIs on the season. That is the first triple that the Larks have given up this summer after giving up their first home run of the season earlier in this game. So we're going to have a meeting on the mound as pitching coach Keith Harper makes the slow walk out of the dugout. This may be just to stall a little bit. Hassler just got to the bullpen a little bit ago, so he has not had a whole lot of time to warm up. Caleb Caldwell be the new batter for Oklahoma City after Ellison goes 0 for 2. So Caleb Caldwell, who did not play last night, he's 0 for his last 8 over the last 3 games. The Oklahoma City batter, he's up there from the left side. And Caldwell takes ball 1. So Lopez finding some struggles here in the 5th inning. Finding some control, and he finds himself down 5-2. There's a ground ball to the first baseman to look the runner back at third. Selzer will take it himself and record the first out of the inning. So 1 gone now with a runner at third, and that'll bring up Braden Cook. Cook 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Struck out in the 2nd, then again in the 4th. 4 runs are in. It's five to 2 in favor of Oklahoma City. There's a ground ball off the diving glove of Alex Weiss. Goes into left field. That'll drive in a run. That'll be a base hit. Scoring Kolakechi from third. 5 runs in now in the inning. And it's 6-2 in favor of the Indians. Still only 1 out. And now Keith Harper out of the dugout, and this time it will be for the pitching change. So the Larks having to go to the bullpen. Alex Lopez is going to be denied his 3rd win of the season. So Lopez coming out, new pitcher coming in. Hassler for the Larks. We'll tell you about it when we come back. A 1-minute break for the pitching change. You're listening to Larks Baseball.
You know the feeling, having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts, the longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Bar and Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks Baseball. and by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Kent Hassler is the new Larks pitcher. He's a right-hander out of Louisiana Tech, a Chandler, Arizona native. Transferred to Louisiana Tech from Mesa Community College in Arizona, where he was a junior college All-American, going 9-1 with a 1.93 ERA his sophomore year. In fact, struck out 106 in 102 and a third innings his sophomore season. Hassler comes into this game without a decision as he makes appearance number 3. A 1.69 earned run average, 3 hits, 1 run, couple of walks, 3 strikeouts. He last pitched Sunday in that 12-5 loss to Liberal, went an inning and a third, walked a batter, struck out a batter, pitched 4 innings, and an 8-7 loss to Dodge City. Gave up a run on 3 hits with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. So the Larks have lost the 2 games that he's been a part of. And now comes in with a runner at first and 1 out. And the first pitch, a breaking ball, missing. Ball 1. And the second offering a called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cody Kuntz, who had a solo home run of the first to give the Indians a 1-0 lead. Hassler delivers. Slider missing away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hassler made 18 appearances, 7 of those starts at Louisiana Tech this spring. Went 5-3 with 4 saves and a 3.99 ERA. There's a chopper to short, could be 2. A Cho at a second, throw to first, double play. Larks turn the twin killing and they get out of it, but not before the damage is done. 5 runs cross the plate for Oklahoma City. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Indians now lead it 6-2.
Eagle Communications is a leader in advertising. We can put your business in front of thousands of customers during the most watched shows, including local and national sports. Let our employee owners target customers with affordable advertising on over 40 popular TV networks and online with Facebook, Google, and YouTube. From crafting your message to video production, let our team help your business grow. Call today, 785-628-0467. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Well, the Larks with a little bit of work to do as they trailed at 6-1, batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. Larks baseball brought to you in part by USAFE Pharmacy, your contract provider in Hayes for durable medical equipment and supplies with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, catheters, diabetic and ostomy supplies, and more. Hey, don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with USAFE Pharmacy at 2505 Canterbury in Hayes. Sam Mallow, who came in and got the final out of the 4th inning. Larks down 5-2, but have had opportunities tonight. Left the bases loaded without scoring in the 2nd. Got 2 in the 4th, but left them loaded. They have stranded 8 so far tonight. Only inning they did not strand a runner was the 3rd because of a double play. Larks sent 8 to the plate in the bottom of the 4th, and then Oklahoma City answers, sending 8 to the plate in the top of the 5th. The difference, they scored 5. Spencer Packard will lead it off. He hit into that 4-6-3 double play, which ended the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 2 tonight, grounding out to the second baseman each time. 6-2 in favor of the Indians, and the first pitch called strike, 0-1. Packard 0 for 2 tonight. Now 0 for 5 in the series. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball stays up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Packard, Weiss, and Gangwish. 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup facing Sam Mallow. Each team has gone to the bullpen. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays outside. 2-1. Again, a bit of a unorthodox delivery by Mallow. He starts with his delivery, then kind of just pauses with the arm back behind the head and then brings it home. Now, ball 3, 3-1. So as a hitter, you're ready to go, and it just messes up your timing a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Mallow, fastball grounded to the first baseman, backhanded over there by the new first baseman Caldwell. Throws it to the pitcher covering, and there's 1 away. So that's usually how it goes. You get a new replacement in. Caleb Caldwell now playing first, and the first time out of the field, the Larks hit one right at him, but he's able to make the play. And there's nobody on and 1 out for Alex Weiss. Weiss doubled to lead off that 4th inning. Scored on Jake Seltzer's double. Tied the game up at 1, and he hits one off the end of the bat toward the mound. And the pitcher, Mallow, able to field it and throw him out. And there's 1 away. Didn't want to do it with a swing, but he nubbed it off the end of the bat and it went into play, and there's 2 gone. So 3-1 on the first out of the inning, 1-3 on the second out. Now Mikey Gangwish the batter. Gangwish 1 for 2. He struck out looking his last time up after singling to center in the second inning. Nobody on, 2 outs for the Larks in the 5th inning. And there's the first pitch strike, 0-1. Gangwish did not play in the series opener last night. Looking to extend a 3-game hitting streak, 3 for 10 during those 3 games. And actually did so with that base hit his first time up. And there's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Gets away from the catcher, goes all the way back to the screen, 0-2. So Gangwish 5 for 12 during this 4-game hit streak, which is his longest this season, and 2 off the longest in his career. He had a 6-game hit streak in June of last season. At 306 last year, had a 308 average coming into tonight's game. For the junior to be at Colorado School of Mines. And he hits one hard down the right field line. That's fair, and that's rolling into the corner. Gangwish rumbles around first. He'll slide into second with a double. It's the 3rd double of the night for the Larks, and the first extra base hit of the season for Gangwish. And he has a 2-hit game, his 2nd of the year. And the Larks have a runner at second with 2 outs for Max Remy. Pulled that down the right field line and 1-hopped the wall. So 3 doubles in the ball game tonight, and they've come in the last 2 innings for Hayes. See if Remy can come through. He walked and scored last inning, had a single in the second. 6-2 in favor of Oklahoma City. There's a fastball off the end of the bat, but it rolls foul, strike 1. Remy officially 1 for 1 tonight. 3 for 3 in the series with a couple of walks, so he's been aboard 5 times. He's hit safely in 5 straight now and 6 of the last 7. 6-2, Oklahoma City. See if the Larks can get a run here and draw a little bit closer. Here's the 0-1, breaking ball, strike on the outside corner. Now 0-2 to Remy. Liberal now up 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th over Hayesville. Looking for their 4th win of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Remy. Great Bend has scored twice, and they now lead Dodge City 2-0. That game is in the bottom of the 8th in Great Bend. Batcats off to a 4-5 start in their first summer in the Jayhawk League. 1-2 the count. There's the pitch. Breaking ball, slow roller toward third. Going to be a tough play. Crodel will have no play. And now a big turn at third by Gangwish, but nobody was there to cover. That's going to be an infield single for Remy. Crodel never had a chance at a out on that one. So 8 hits now for the Larks. And they've got runners at the corners with 2 away. And Jake Seltzer, who came through with an RBI double his last time up. Larks trail 6-2, but they've got a chance to get a little bit closer here in the bottom of the 5th. 1st and 3rd now after a double from Gangwish and an infield single from Remy. There's the pitch. Fastball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Trey Ochoa waits on deck for the Larks. Sam Malo, the second pitcher of the night for Oklahoma City. Here's the 1-0. Fastball catching the outer edge. 1-1 now to Seltzer. 1 for 2 tonight. 1 for 8 with a double in the Liberal series. So his last 2 hits have been 2 base hits. Seltzer now with 2 doubles on the year. Trying to get a base hit here to drive in a run. Gangwish at third. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike, and now it's 1-2. Seltzer just a 143 average coming into the game. Now 3 hits and 16 at-bats. He's driven in 2 this summer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. All of this with 2 outs. Packard grounded to first. Weiss back to the pitcher. Now off speed misses, and it's 2-2 to Seltzer. Then Gangwish doubled down the right field line. And Max Remy had an infield single. First and 3rd, 2 away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter, Jay Seltzer. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 3. Volman walked 5. Since entering with 2 outs in the 4th, Malo has not walked or struck out any Lark hitters. Three balls, 2 strikes to Seltzer. Runners at 1st and 3rd, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch. There goes the runner, and there's a drive to right field. Back is Kolachecki, and he'll make the catch. Kolachecki there to haul it in as Seltzer hit it on the nose, but right at the right fielder. So the Larks strand 2 more, and they've left 10 through 5 innings. 5 in the books. Larks trail Oklahoma City 6-2.
You know the feeling. Having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Six to 2 in favor of Oklahoma City as they bat in the 6th inning. Larks baseball tonight brought to you in part by Insurance Planning, Bank of Hayes, and Discount Siding and Supply. Larks down 1-0 after an inning and a half as Cody Kuntz hit a home run in the second. Larks would get 2 in the 4th after a leadoff double by Alex Weiss. Jake Selzer doubled to drive in a run, then Trey Ochoa gave the Larks a lead, driving in Remy with a sacrifice fly. Larks would load the bases, but only get the 2 runs, and then Oklahoma City scored 5 in the 5th inning. First 5 batters all reached safely. The big blow was the Kolakechki bases loaded triple. So Austin Bartosovsky, the center fielder, will lead it off. He takes a strike, 0-1. He squared the bunt, pulled the bat back, but called a strike. And there's a 2-hopper to short. Remy has it, flips it over to first, 1 away. Excuse me, Ochoa has it, and there's 1 gone. And that'll bring up Connor Crodel. Crodel with a base hit his last time up. He started off that 5-run 5th with a single to center. All 6 runs charged to Alex Lopez, giving up 6 hits in 4 1/3. And there's a called strike to Crodel, 0-1. So unless the Larks can come back, Alex will suffer just his 2nd loss as a Lark. He went 8-1 a year ago. There's a breaking ball that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hassler ready, brings home a fastball, swung on and missed by Crodel. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not a huge crowd tonight, but a good gathering. 91 degrees when the game started. Pretty much no wind all night. And there's called strike 3. 8th strikeout for the Larks tonight, the first for Hassler, and there's 2 gone. Top of the order now, Jordan Stevens. Stevens 0 for 2, reached on a walk and scored his last time up. Popped up to right, grounded out to short. And he swings and hits one hard and into right field. Got it by the second baseman, Remy. So Stevens aboard for the 2nd time tonight. That's his first hit of the ball game. Base hit to right field. It's 1 on, 1 out for Sean Dixon. Dixon walked in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 1st, and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. So officially 0 for 2, but he's been aboard 3 times tonight. Hassler's pitch, all speed and in there for a called strike, 0-1. Crodel singled, then Stevens walked. Dixon reaching on a fielder's choice to load the bases with nobody out in the 5th as a throw goes over to first, and Stevens, who has a stolen base this year, back safely. And there's a grounder back to the pitcher. He'll throw it over to first, and that'll do it for Oklahoma City. So after a 5-run fifth, they get a 2-out single, but that's it. Bottom of the 6th here at Larks Park, 6-2 in favor of the Indians.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
6-2 in favor of Oklahoma City as the Larks will bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sam Mallow, who got the final out of the 4th and worked around a couple of base hits in the 5th inning, will come out here and face the top of the order. Trey Ochoa, Clayton Raspberry, and Trevor Boone here to start the 6th. Ochoa drove in a run with a sacrifice fly to left field that gave the Larks at the time a 2-1 lead. He's also walked in line to left. So he's been aboard twice, or been aboard once tonight, driven in a run. And the first pitch, breaking ball, takes high, 1-0. Ochoa up there from the left side. Here's the 1-0. Chopper back up the middle. Second baseman Cook is charging, throws to first, and just does get the speedy Ochoa for out number 1. So 1 away, and here's Clayton Raspberry, the batter. A single and a walk and a fly ball to center tonight. Raspberry officially 1 for 2 in the ball game. Going 0 for 2 last night. Had back-to-back 3-hit games earlier this year against Great Bend and Dodge City. And looking for his 3rd multi-hit game here tonight. Takes a ball, 1-0. Infield single in the 1st inning. And flied to center in the 2nd and walked in the 4th. Larks left the bases loaded after scoring 2 in that 4th inning. Pitch outside, 2-0. They left the bases loaded without scoring any runs in the 2nd. They left 2 on in the 1st and 2 on again in the 5th. So 6 of their 10 stranded runners have been left in scoring position tonight. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball at the knees. It's a called strike, and it's 2-1. Larks have 3 doubles in the ball game. The Indians have a triple and a home run. El Dorado on top of Derby 4-1, going into the bottom of the 5th at last check. Pitch down low, now 3 balls and a strike to Raspberry. Larks came into the play tonight. 1 game back of Liberal and Dodge, who are tied for the league. Liberal 6-3, Dodge 5-2. Dodge City was losing to Great Bend. Liberal was leading Hayesville at last check. So Liberal could be in first place at the end of the night all by themselves. Here's the 3-1 pitch. There's a fly ball, center field. Popped up, back goes the shortstop, and a basket catch for Stevens. And there's 2 away. Gonna bring up center fielder Trevor Boone. 0 for 2. He walked his last time up, a strikeout and a pop-up to the first baseman. Six to 2, Oklahoma City. The Larks have out-hit them 8-7. Hayes the only error of the game back in the first inning. First pitch from below is a breaking ball that misses, ball one. Trevor Boone, a double and a home run this summer. Bats with nobody on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Larks trailing 6-2 on a beautiful night here in Hayes, America. Not a cloud inside. I guess a few clouds off to the east, well off to the east. There's a sharply hit ball to the shortstop. 2 hops for Stevens. Fires it over a little bit low, but Caldwell able to scoop it out. The Larks go in order for the first time tonight. 1, 2, 3 here in the 6th. We're through 6. 6-2 Indians.
Now you can watch Travel Channel anytime, anywhere, live or on demand.
Wow, this is amazing.
Simply download the free Watch Travel Channel app on your favorite devices and start enjoying your favorite Travel Channel shows, even when you're on the go.
Absolutely incredible.
Download now.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Six to 2 in favor of Oklahoma City as we move to the 7th inning. Before we get it started, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks Baseball. One final in the Jayhawk League tonight. Great Bend blanking Dodge City 2-0. So if Liberal holds on to beat Hayesville, they'll be alone in first place in the Jayhawk League. Along with our producer and engineer, Rafe Dent, Gerard Walbrock from Larks Park at Hayes. Larks trailing 6-2 to the Indians as Hunter Witcher will be up there. Takes a big swing at the first offering and misses for strike one. Witcher's been aboard twice tonight, an RBI single and an infield base hit his last time up. He also walked and stole a base in the third. Flied out to right his first time up. Takes a called strike, and he's behind 0-2. Hunter Witcher, the designated hitter, playing in his first game for the Indians this season. Up there from the right side, facing Kent Hassler. And a liner goes foul beyond the Oklahoma City bullpen. 0-2 the count remains to Witcher. Kent Hassler replacing Alex Lopez, who went 4 1/3. 6 runs on 6 hits. Struck out 7, which tied a career high as a pitch is hit foul left side this time. Still remains 0-2. But unless the Larks can come back and get Lopez off the hook, he's going to lose his first game of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. That is 9 combined strikeouts tonight for the Larks, and the second for Hassler. And there's one away. That'll bring up Nick Kolakachi. He had the big blow in this game, a bases-loaded triple, which broke a 2-all tie. It scored 3, but Oklahoma City on top 5-2 in that 5th inning. They would add another run, and that's where we stand right now at 6-2. Fastball from Hassler is low, 1 ball, no strikes. That's after Kolakachi was called out looking in his first 2 at-bats, ending the first and the third. But boy, he came through with the bases loaded triple. Hit it just toward right center field all the way to the wall. There's a ball. And now it's 2-0 to Kolakachi. He's now driven in 6. He had 3 all season. And he matched that total with that 1 swing of the bat. Breaking ball, a little bit high. Kessler thought he had that one, and now it's 3-0. So Kolakachi 1 for 3. He's now 1 for 5 in the series. He's hit safely in 6 of the last 9. Three balls and no strikes. Nobody on, one out here in the top of the 7th. Larks trailing Oklahoma City 6-2. The pitch. Just missing with a breaking ball, 3-1. Or, oh, they called it a strike, excuse me, 3-1. Just looked like it caught the outside edge. And it did. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball missing low. So it's ball 4. First walk given up tonight by Hassler. 4th drawn by Oklahoma City. So they've got 1 on with 1 out for Caleb Caldwell, who entered in the 5th inning. And grounded back to the first baseman, Selzer, for the first out of that frame. The first 5 batters all reached safely for the Indians in that 5-run 5th. There's a first pitch strike. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-1 to Caldwell. Caleb Caldwell did not play last night. He's now 0 for his last 9. There goes the runner. Pitch is low. Throw down to second base is in time. They got him. So Kolakachi is caught stealing. There's 2 away. The pitch was low. It's 2-1. And Kolakachi may be hurt. He slid over the bag, and he's laying face down beyond second base. Oklahoma City's coach, Daniel Thompson, quickly goes over, and they're going to look at him there, but he has not gotten up. Good throw from Gangwish, who's now thrown out 1 of the 2 stolen base attempts against him behind the dish. And they're still attending to Kolakachi. So he's lying face down. Now they're going to help him up. Boy, and he's really struggling to stand right now. I don't know if he got the wind knocked out of him, maybe when he slid over the bag or what, but he's kind of maybe hurt his, not sure if he hurt his shoulder, his arm kind of slumping down. They're going to help him off the field. A nice round of applause from the Larks fans, but Kolakachi still being helped off the field. So his day is obviously done. They will have to tend to him. Boy, just the way he's got his arm hanging down. Going to take him off beyond the dugout, so not good situation right there for Kolakachi, as he is injured trying to steal second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Caldwell now. Nobody on, 2 out. Larks down 6-2 here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled straight back, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now time is going to be called. They're going to let Larks pitching coach Keith Harper run an ice bag over to the Oklahoma City dugout so they can attend to the injured player. There's a fastball swung on and missed. So 10 strikeouts for the Larks pitchers tonight. 2 of them in the inning. And Oklahoma City denied in the 7th. It is stretch time at Larks Park. Hayes with some work to do. They trail the Indians 6-2.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Hays Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Oklahoma City moving Bartosovsky over to right field, and Tyler Hawk will now come in and play center field after the injury to Kolachkatsky, and hopefully he's all right. So the Larks down 6-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Simpson, Packard, and Weiss. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Larks, who have 8 hits. In fact, they've out-hit Oklahoma City 8-7. The Larks have stranded 10. Leaving the bases loaded twice tonight. Simpson with a walk and a hit tonight, 1 for 2. Up there from the left side to lead it off in the bottom of the 7th, and he hits the first pitch hard to right, but right at Bartosovsky. 1 away. So that was well struck, and the Larks have had a few of those tonight. Hit right at him, 1 away. Spencer Packard up there now. He's 0 for 3. Grounded into an inning-ending double play into third. He's grounded out to second twice and back to first. Sam Below back out here to work the 7th inning. First pitch is up for a ball, 1-0. Larks trying to avoid their 5th loss at home because they have a lot of home games. 15 of their 22. Of course, the season not as long, so there's a well-struck ball deep to right field, and that is gone. A no-doubter for Packard, his 3rd of the year. Boy, he crushed that one to right field. So the Larks have a home run tonight. That's their 4th extra base hit, and now it's 6-3. Home run number 3, RBI number 7 for Packard. Well, that was a no-doubter over the right field wall. So Alex Weiss is up there now. Nobody on, 1 out, 1 run in, 6-3 Oklahoma City. See if the Larks can start crawling back in this thing. Down to their final 8 outs of the game. Alex with a leadoff double in the 4th inning. He eventually scored the tying run. Larks would score 2 that frame to take a 2-1 lead. But it would be short-lived as Oklahoma City came back and scored 5 in the top half of the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes to Weiss, who lined to center and grounded back to the pitcher. He hit one off the end of the bat his last time up. There's a fastball, strike of the knees on the outside corner. 1-1 to Weiss, who will be a senior at Fort Hays State. One ball, 1 strike. Top of the ninth, Liberal leads Hayesville 7-2. There's ball 2 low. 2 balls, no strikes. The first week, everybody's been able to play on schedule after so many rainouts last week around the league. Really, the first 2 weeks of the season. A lot of games made up in July. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitched to Alex Weiss inside, ball 3, 3-1. Great Bend, a 2-0 win over Dodge City earlier. Liberal leads Hayesville, El Dorado on top of Derby. Let you know when those become final. Here it's 6-3 Hayesville. 1 in the second, 5 in the fifth. Larks with 2 in the fourth, now 1 here in the seventh. But still batting. 3-1 to Alex Weiss, and he hits one high to the air to left field. Hawk moving over, Dixon moving over. Hawk, the center fielder, will make the catch. And there's 2 away. So Weiss just got under that one and flies out to left center field. And now Mikey Gangwish, who has a 2-hit game. Doubled his last time up, singled in the second, struck out in between. Gangwish with his second 2-hit game of the summer. He had 1 3-hit game a year ago against Liberal. See if he can't get a base hit here and match that. Keep this little rally going. Fooled by a pitch, started to go around, strike 1. Pitch was in the dirt, or in the turf, I should say, with the old turf infield. 0-1 to Mikey Gangwish. Infield shaded toward the right side. The second baseman, Cook, well over. Expecting Gangwish to pull it. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch from below. Breaking ball, nicely thrown, catching the inside corner, 0-2. Larks have 8 hits, make that 9 hits now tonight. They also have the game's only air. They've out-hit Oklahoma City 9-7. Here's the 0-2. Fastball popped him up, third base side. Crodel straddling the bag just in fair territory will make the catch. And that'll do it for the Larks. They get a home run from Packard to cut the lead in half. It's Oklahoma City 6, Larks 3.
You know the feeling, having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts, the longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Six to 3. Larks trail it as the Larks will bring in another pitcher into the ball game tonight. Brad Sugg out of Texas Wesleyan. Come in and try to hold it at a 3-run game. Pretty good job by Hassler in relief, and now Sugg will be the pitcher. Hassler goes 2 2/3, gives up 1 hit, no runs. He walked 1 and he struck out 3, throwing 27 pitches. So good job in relief of Lopez for Hassler to keep it at 6 for Oklahoma City. And now Sugg will try to do the same for the Larks. Sugg, as we mentioned, will be a senior at Texas Wesleyan. He was a teammate of Alex Lopez there. He's out of Burleson, Texas. Right-hander. Offers his first pitch to Braden Cook, and it's hit hard toward left center field. Running it down and making a lunging catch is Trevor Boone. Oh, he just got that one and had a lunge at the very end, but he makes the catch and robs extra bases of Braden Cook for out number 1. Well, a nice play there by the Larks center fielder for out number 1, and that'll bring up Cody Kuntz. Sugg making his 5th relief appearance. He has not figured in any decisions yet this year. He's given up 1 run on 5 hits, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts, a 2.25 earned run average. First pitch to Kuntz misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0 delivery at the knees and there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. He pitched in 2 of the 3 games against Liberal. Pitched on Saturday, win an inning, no runs, 2 hits. And then on Sunday, 1 run with 1 hit. And did he go around on a check swing? He did not. And the count 2 balls and a strike to Kuntz. Struck out 2 in his first outing against Great Bend. Has not recorded a strikeout since that game. He did not walk anybody in his first 3 outings, but then walked 1 his last. There's a called strike 3, and Kuntz knew it. Before Randy Jordan even signaled strike 3, he was headed to the dugout. So 2 away. And Austin Bartosovsky will be the batter now. So that is 11 combined strikeouts for the Larks tonight. There's a first pitch away for a ball, 1-0. Kind of a sidearm delivery from Brad Sugg, who made 19 appearances, 4 of them starts at Texas Wesleyan this spring. There's a flare off the end of the bat, foul territory, and Alex Weiss, the Larks' third baseman, giving chase but can't run it down. It's strike 1, 1-1. Sugg 5-1, 3 saves at a 2.36 ERA at Texas Wesleyan. Pitched 42 innings, struck out 40. He pitched 2 seasons at Cedar Valley College in Texas prior to transferring last year to Texas Wesleyan, where he'll be a senior this year. So making his 5th relief appearance this summer for Hayes. There's a chopper towards second. It's going to be fielded by the first baseman, throw to first, and they just got him. The pitcher, Sugg, covering and just did beat Bartosovsky to the plate, and there's the inning. 1, 2, 3 for Sugg here in the 8th. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Larks with some work to do, down 6-3.
You know the feeling, having boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. State Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Six-3 in favor of Oklahoma City. Larks batting in the bottom of the 8th inning, down to their final 6 outs. They got a home run from Packard in the 7th to get a little bit closer. Game really swung in the fifth. Oklahoma City's first 5 batters reached safely. They would score 5 to go from down 2-1 to up 6-2, and now it's 6-3. And the Larks will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters: Remy Seltzer, and then the top of the order in Trey Ochoa, facing Sam Mallow, who has pitched well since entering with 2 outs in the 4th. 3 1/3 relief so far. He's given up just the 1 run. 1 run on 3 hits so far. So it'll face Max Remy. Couple of hits tonight. Also has a walk. Been stranded twice. So Remy 2 for 2 in the ball game tonight. 4 for 4 in the series with a couple of walks. So he's been aboard 6 times so far in the first 2 games. Trying to do that here. Larks need some base runners. First pitch from below is high, 1-0. Remy singled to left in the second. Larks would eventually load the bases, but failed to score in that inning. He then walked and scored in the 2-run 4th. Scored on Trey Ochoa's sacrifice fly. There's a breaking ball. Strike called, 1-1. And then reached on an infield single in the 5th inning. The Larks would strand to that frame. They've left 10. They had stranded 10 to the first 5. They have not stranded anybody in the last 2 innings. Malow's retired 7 of the last 8. 1 ball, 1 strike to Max Remy. Leading it off here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays up and in. 2 balls and a strike. With the Larks' second baseman, Remy out of Austin Peay. Redshirt freshman out of Reedsville, Pennsylvania. Played in 43 games, making 21 starts and hitting .308. 28 of 91, 6 doubles, a triple, a homer. He drove in 12. Also scored 15 runs. He redshirted the 2016 campaign at Austin Peay. Here's the 2-1. And he hits it off the end of the bat, first base side, but it'll go foul. And now the count evens 2-2. Larks wrap up the series tomorrow night. Free admission courtesy of the Glassman Corporation, Cedar Lodge Dental Group, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Hayesville comes to town. First Responders Night on Friday, McKids Day on Saturday, and we'll have the Sunday game for you here on KAYS, as well as a video stream at HayesPost.com, and that'll wrap up the 9-game homestand for the Larks. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball up and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Remy. Larks will then go to El Dorado for 3 on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, then back at home the following weekend, the 23rd, 24th, and 25th against Derby. Then they're going to be on the road for a while. They'll be on the road for 11 of their next 13 after that in the end of June and into July. Here's a high fly ball, short left. Dixon did not get a good read, and he can make the play, and it's going to be a double for Remy. Dixon never saw it, and the lights are on, but it's kind of the tail end of dusk, and it's always the hardest time to see the ball, and you could tell when it left the bat, Remy never moved, Dixon never moved. The shortstop, Stevens, went out to try to run it down, but it was just too far for him to go, and then by the time Dixon got a beat on it, he had too much ground to make up. He tried to dive but couldn't make the catch, so the Larks have their 4th double and their 5th extra base hit of the game. A leadoff double here in the 8th, trailing 6-3, but still breathing life. As Jake Selzer waits to bat. At first, a visit to the mound. And they're going to stick with Mallow, who's pitched well tonight. So Selzer the batter now. He has one of the 4 doubles. Driving in Alex Weiss with the tying run in the 4th inning. He's lined out to right and grounded out. Malo looks in. Larks need one more base runner here to get the tying run to the plate. Leadoff double by Remy. Here's the pitch. Just missing away for a ball, 1-0. Bottom of the ninth now, Hayesville trailing Liberal 7-2. Ray Bend has already won tonight, beat Dodge City 2-0. 3 pitchers combined on the shutout. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit high to the air, but fouled out of play left side, 1-1. Bullpen is quiet for Oklahoma City. Malone came in relief of starter Corbin Volman, who went 3 2/3. Gave up both runs on 6 hits, but he's off the hook now, and Malone trying to get the victory. One ball, one strike to Selzer. The pitch. Fastball hit back up the middle. Right at, no, it bounces in front of the center fielder. It'll be a base hit. Holding at third is Remy. He had to make sure that ball wasn't caught. It looked for a minute like Hawk may make the catch, but he had to let it bounce in front of him. So back-to-back base hits. The Larks have runners at the corners, and the bullpen is quiet because Oklahoma City's reliever is ready to go. So we're going to have a pitching change for the Indians. It comes in the bottom of the 8th. The Larks have runners at the corners, nobody out, trailing 6-3. We'll tell you about the new Indian pitcher when we come back. It's a 1-minute break. You're listening to Hayes Larks Baseball.
Now you can watch Travel Channel anytime, anywhere, live or on demand.
Wow, this is amazing.
Simply download the free Watch Travel Channel app on your favorite devices and start enjoying your favorite Travel Channel shows, even when you're on the go.
Absolutely incredible.
Download now.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Rowdy Rice is the new pitcher for Oklahoma City. Rice spelling his last name R-E-I-H-S. He becomes the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Indians. Rice making just his 2nd appearance, both in relief. He's only pitched 3 innings, has not figured in a decision, but he's not allowed a hit or an earned run. He's walked 2. He has struck out 2. Rice only outing came on Saturday in their 12-10 win over Great Bend, their only win of the year. He went 3 innings.
Today's Larks brought
3 scoreless innings of relief. So Rice will now have the top of the order. The Larks have 1st and 3rd, nobody out. They have stranded 10 tonight. So they've had a lot of opportunities to score but haven't taken advantage of them. Let's quickly squeeze in 10 seconds for identification. This is Hayes Larks Baseball. Trey Ochoa to lead it off for the Larks. He takes a pitch down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Ochoa has been aboard once, a 2nd inning walk. He also drove in a run, the go-ahead run on a sacrifice fly in the 4th inning, scoring Max Remy. He is lined to left and struck out and grounded out. Now a soft toss over to first, and Selzer back safely. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Larks with a great opportunity, down 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Had a play from behind. Now a throw gets away from the first baseman and down the right field line. 1 run will score. Hill Seltzer around second, heading for third to throw, not in time. So a throwing error by the pitcher, Rice, scores a run. And it's now a 6-4 ball game. So that's the first error of the game on Oklahoma City, and a costly one because it allows a run to score. So now a runner at third with nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes to Ochoa. Here's the pitch from Rice. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. That throw to first was low, and Caldwell unable to scoop it off the turf, and it rolled beyond the dugout, hit that railing, and rolled down the right field line. The 1-1 pitch, another fastball is low. 2 balls and a strike to Ochoa. So a double by Remy, a single by Seltzer, and then the errant pickoff move, scoring a run. Here's the 2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Rice really bringing the heat. He's got that long hair flowing out beyond the cap. Bulky frame, and really working a lot of fastballs here to Trey Ochoa. Here's the 2-2. This time a breaking ball stays high. And the count goes full, 3-2. 6-4 now. The Larks have out-hit Oklahoma City 11-7. Each team with an error. Larks trying to come from behind here tonight. 3-2 the count. And Rice delivery, fastball hit in the air to center field. Hawk was playing in. He's right there to make the catch. That should be deep enough to score the run. Tagging at third is Seltzer, and he'll come in and score. And we've got a 1-run ball game. It's now 6-5. It'll be a sacrifice and an RBI for Ochoa, his second of the game. RBI number 4 this year for Trey Ochoa. So that throwing error proves to be costly because that would have scored 1 run. But instead of a runner at first and 1 away, now it's bases empty, 1 away in a 6-5 game. And the pitch to Raspberry is in there for a strike, 0-1. So both of those runs charged to Merlot. Or all 3 of the runs charged to Merlot. There's a well-struck ball deep to right and gone! Over the scoreboard, Clayton Raspberry, and the Larks have tied it here in the 8th. Second home run of the game. Both solo shots earlier from Packer. Now Raspberry ties it. How about that? A 3-run bottom of the 8th, and we're deadlocked 6-all. Home run number 1, RBI number 5 for Raspberry, a no-doubter over the right field scoreboard. So as it turns out, all 3 runs charged to Merlot now earned, even though there was an error. They would have scored anyway on the home run. So 6-6 our score now, and Boone up there takes the ball 1-0, and now it's 2-0. Boone has been aboard once with a walk. He has struck out, popped up, and grounded out. 6-6 tie. Larks played from behind most of the night, and now it's ball 3 in this crowd, which has thinned out a little bit getting into this one. Still a good gathering here tonight. And now the 3-0 pitch, a strike as Boone takes all the way, 3-1. 3 runs for the Larks in the bottom of the 8th. They've scored 4 in the last 2 innings. Here's the 3-1 pitch, ball 4, and the go-ahead run is aboard. So it's been a rough relief appearance for Rice. He gave up the sacrifice fly after the throwing error, then the home run. And now a 5-pitch walk, and here's Colin Simpson, who crushed one over that scoreboard and right into a 30-mile-an-hour wind last night. Catcher Cody Kuntz going out there to have a word with Rice. You know they're going to be very delicate here with Colin Simpson. So Simpson a chance to give the Larks the lead again. His home run last night broke a 1-all tie. He can get a hold of one here and give the Larks a 8-6 lead. They've already hit one home run in the inning and 2 in the game. 6-6 tie, bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch from Rice, popped him up. Short right field. Moving in is Bartasovsky, and the right fielder will make the catch for out number 2. So Simpson pops up, and now Spencer Packard, the batter. He's 0 for 2, or excuse me, 1 for 4. That hit was a home run that he crushed over the scoreboard and right, or just actually to the right of the scoreboard. So the Larks with a couple of home runs tonight. And the first pitch in there for a called strike. Larks have now hit 7 home runs this season. They've given up only 1. 0-1 to count. Big swing there. Now 0-2 to Packard. No balls, 2 strikes. Go ahead run at first with 2 outs. 0-2 pitch inside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Packard. 1 for 7 in the series. That hit was a home run earlier tonight. Here's the 1-2. There's a flare that's going to land in center field. It's a base hit. Around second is Boone. And the ball bobbled now by the center fielder. And they're going to hold the runner at third. So a base hit for Spencer Packard. And now the Larks have the go-ahead run at third base with 2 outs. That's their 4th hit of the inning. They begin to warm up in the bullpen once again for Oklahoma City. And now Alex Weiss will be the batter. Alex Weiss led off the 4th inning with a double, scored the tying run on a double from Selzer. And now a chance to give the Larks the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They've scored 3. They've got runners at the corners and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Alex 1 for 4 in the ball game tonight. Now 1 for 7 in the series. Base hit gives the Larks the lead. They've scored 3. We're tied at 6. Throw to first, runner back. Larks have out-hit the Indians 13-7, each team with an error. However, that pickoff move that resulted in a throwing error, all the runs earned tonight for the Larks. 0-1 the count. There's the pitch. Breaking ball. It's a called strike. Just caught the outside corner, and Alex a little frustrated there. Down 0-2. Weiss doubled in the 4th, his first extra base hit of the season. He doesn't need another one, he just needs a hit. Here's the 0-2. Fastball low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weiss with his second go-around with the Larks, played in 16 games last year, a late addition. Didn't really play much summer ball last year. He had an internship. Played a few games for Junction City, then finished the year with Hayes and was with him at the NBC. Here's the 1-2. He does not go. The pitch misses inside, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alex does not have a multi-hit game yet this year. This would be as good of time as any to get that first one. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Weiss shakes his head as he heads back to the dugout. But the Larks get it tied. They score 3. We go to the 9th, 6-6 score.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Well, Tyler Starks will come in and pitch for the Larks. He becomes their fourth pitcher of the ball game. He's going to try to hold this at a 6-6 tie in the bottom of the top of the ninth inning. Brad Sugg pitched an inning. Boy, the bullpen has done their job. Alex Lopez pitched well early, but then ran into trouble. He was charged with all 6 runs. But the bullpen, since that 5-run fifth, has only allowed 1 hit and no runs. So Tyler Starks will come in and pitch for the Larks. Starks from Stephen F. Austin out of Mesquite, Texas, making his 5th relief appearance. He has a couple of saves on the year. Now to save in his debut in Great Bend, a 2-0 victory back on June 2nd. And then another on Friday night in that 1-0 win over Liberal. He pitched twice in the Liberal series, Friday night and then again on Sunday. Gave up no runs, 1 hit in both of those games. In fact, he's given up 1 hit but no runs in all 4 of his relief appearances. And the first pitch is a fastball low to Connor Crodel for ball 1. Crodel, the number 9 hitter, will lead it off for Oklahoma City. 6-6 tie. Larks with 1 in the 7th and 3 in the 8th. Big swing there. Misses at the fastball, 1-1. Starks this year, 7 2/3 innings, 4 hits, no runs. Here's the 1-1. There's a fly ball out of play right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He has struck out 4, walked 2, and hit a batter. A 182 batting average against for Tyler Starks, the left-hander out of Stephen F. Austin. He struck out 7 in that 4-inning save in Great Bend, and he's been a part of both of the Larks shutouts this year. Here's the 1-2 pitch, upstairs for ball 2, 2-2. He was an honorable mention All Southland Conference pick at Stephen F. Austin this past spring. 30 relief appearances, 3-2 with 4 saves and a 2.39 ERA, and he misses up and away, and now a full count 3-2 to Crodel. He was named Louisville Slugger Freshman All-American in 2016 at Stephen F. Austin. Here's the 3-2 pitch, fly ball right field. Packard right there, takes a couple of steps back to make the catch, 1 away. So Crodel flies out to right. 1 gone for the top of the order now, and Jordan Stevens. Stevens with a base hit in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. Also walked and scored in that 5-run 5th. Stevens, a right-hander, facing the left-handed Tyler Starks. His freshman year at Stephen F. Austin, 24 appearances, 3 starts, 3-3 with 7 saves. So he has 11 saves in 2 years at Stephen F. Austin. First pitch fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Not a real big guy. Starks, the left-hander. He stands on the third base side of the rubber. Nobody on, 1 out. Larks were down 6-2, but now have it tied in the 9th. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, beautifully thrown, comes back to catch the inner half. Or the outer half, I should say, 0-2. Started outside the zone, but then hooked back in. No balls, 2 strikes to Stevens. And a pitch down low as Stevens started to go but pulled the bat back. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a high pop-up right side, but it's going to be over by the dugout and behind the dugout. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Larks trying to win for the 2nd consecutive game. After dropping 2 in a row to Liberal, who won tonight 7-2 in Hayesville. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lined foul and out of play. Good battle here between the leadoff hitter Stevens and Larks reliever Tyler Starks. One ball, 2 strikes. There's the pitch, and it's grounded foul third base side. They're in the 7th inning. Derby leading El Dorado 7-5 in their game in Derby, but right now that is in a weather delay. So issues that the Larks and Oklahoma City had last night now down in Derby. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And strike 3 called. He got him with a breaking ball. Called 3rd strike. There's 2 away. Stevens not so sure about that. That is 12 combined strikeouts for the Larks tonight. And now Sean Dixon, the batter. He's been aboard twice, a walk and a fielder's choice. He's scored a run. He's also actually been aboard 3 times, also reached on an error. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1 to Dixon. Now the second offering. Fastball a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dixon. Hitting .500 coming into the game, but he's 0 for 2 tonight. As we said, been aboard 3 times, reached on an error in the first, a walk in the third, and then a fielder's choice to load the bases in that 5-run 5th. There's a pitch low, 2-1. That was really one of the key at-bats. Hit a little nubber back to the mound. Alex Lopez tried to get the lead runner at third, but unable to do so, and it loaded the bases. And did he go around? He did, they say. Well, it looked to be ball 3. Check swing, and it's 2-2 to Dixon. And that loaded the bases. They eventually got a run on a infield single, then Kolakachki hit that bases loaded triple. There's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts, a 1-2-3 ninth for Tyler Starks. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Larks trying to finish off the comeback. We're tied at 6.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Hays Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hays Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Bottom of the 9th, 6-6 tie. Gangwish, Remy, Selzer, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters facing Rowdy Rice, who gave up 3 on 4 hits in the 8th inning to let the Larks tie it. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by the Meckenstock Group, Western Investments, the dental office of Dr. Larry Good, High Plains Farm Credit, and Discount Siding and Supply. Here's the first pitch. Big rip there. Swing and a miss by Gangwish for strike 1. Also brought to you by Kevin Shoemaker Construction. Big or small, your project is important. Important to you, so it's important to Kevin Shoemaker Construction. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 6-6 tie. Larks have out-hit the Indians 13-7. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the pitch from Rice, fouled straight back. Remains 0-2. 6 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Larks. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Oklahoma City. Larks have stranded 12, but only 2 since the 5th inning. There's a high fly ball, right field. Bartosowski back, gone! It's a walk-off home run! Mikey Gingwish! And the Larks come back from 4 down to beat Oklahoma City 7-6. The Larks' 3rd home run of the game. And it's a walk-off for the Larks, their first of the summer. They win it tonight 7-6. All 3 home runs to right. All 3 home runs solo shots. And none bigger than that one right there. Mikey Gingwish with a walk-off, and the Larks win it. And a big banner is being walked out to the field. It's the 1,000th win for Larks manager Frank Leo, as the team holds up a sign out along third base, and balloons have been brought out as well. He's kind of the face of the Hayes Larks program. Larks manager Frank Leo, and now the water bucket comes in. And the manager just got doused with water as the balloons fly up into the air. Number 1,000 for manager Frank Leo, certainly a memorable one. Some Larks magic tonight at Larks Park as they knock off Oklahoma City 7-6. Stay with us. Our post-game show is next. You're listening to Larks Baseball.
The Ducks are back. The 2nd annual Hayes Duck Derby, presented by Eagle Communications and benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters, is Wednesday, August 2nd from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hayes Aquatic Park. Adopt a duck and you could win the grand prize, which is a car. Sponsored by James Motor Company, Hayes Chevrolet, Lewis Automotive Group, Auto World, Car Zone, Mid Kansas Auto Auction, and Happy's Autos. Visit HayesDuckDerby.net for more information. The Ducks are coming.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.